Lady yesterday, she asked me, she said, "Do you feel old?" And I said, "Well, really no. I, I, I don't know. I'm still going."
Hi everyone, I'm Rachel, the Healthy Futures leader at Phoenix School, and the other month I had the honor of getting to sit down and speak with Mr. Clayton and Mrs. Peggy Konzacks, who are elders in the Roseburg community, and they live a pretty amazingly active lifestyle and embrace a lot of the Blue Zone's principles. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
I was born in southern Texas, and my folks moved to Missoula, Montana when I was 3. And I stayed there until I went to college. I graduated from college in 1943. So that's been a few years ago.
Yeah. Where did you go to college?
Walla Walla College in College Place, Washington.
Okay.
It's Seventh-day Adventist. After I graduated from college, I taught for 1 year in Prineville, then a year in Bend, and then I was invited to come to Roseburg here by a former classmate of mine in college.
Okay.
And so we moved here in 1945 and have been here ever since. I taught school up at Glide High School
Okay.
for 20 years. And then I resigned from that position. Was a bookkeeper and part-time truck driver for a trucking firm here in Roseburg until they went out of business. Since then, I've been retired.
You know, it's amazing. Our lives are kind of alike. I was born in Los Angeles, California, and when I was 2 years old, my parents moved to Butte, Montana, which is 120 miles east of Missoula. Went to school there, and when I got into high school, I was very interested in swimming. So I took all the swimming classes and clubs that I could. I wasn't much interested in the book work, but anyway, I did graduate from there. Then it was sometime in the 30s, our church had a youth camp for youth. We were 15, 16 years old. And so I went to that, and also did my husband go there. We met there. Then I didn't see him and after that I finished school and really didn't do anything. My dad was of the old school, and I had a brother who was 12 years older than I was. And I wanted to go on to college. I wanted to be a PE teacher. But he said no. My dad wouldn't let me because he said, "Your brother didn't get to go to college. You can't either." So anyway, in 1942, his brother moved to Butte, and his wife and baby. And in spring break, he came from college over to visit his brother, and we met. this September it will be 79 years. So even though we had a short time before we were married, we've made up for it. So then, of course, I've just come along with him where he has gone. He was kind of the old school, and he said his wife couldn't work. So I didn't work. So I went to the Y in January to exercise and get some swimming. I said I knew I could relax and get myself back in. So that I did, and a friend said, would you take my baby into the parent-taught class? And I said, sure, I'll do that. So I took the baby and into the class that January. And at the end of the month, the instructor said, Peggy, I have another job, you take the class. And that's the way I was hired. The instructor that was quitting told me to do it. And I've been teaching babies ever since. Of course, I went ahead and got all my certificates and my life saving and all that. So I taught everything back there in those days. But I said, I don't want to be paid. Don't pay me. I wasn't about to get another paid job. I said, I'll volunteer. So I did. I volunteered for 51 years.
Wow.
Over there. And I would still be volunteering, but the government says, no, I can't volunteer. I have to be paid, so I get a little paycheck now. Tell her how old you are.
I'm 100.
That's amazing.
And I'm 99.
Yeah, that's so
For
incredible.
35 days, she catches up with me. For 35 days, we're both 100.
That'll be really neat.
Mm-hmm. When is your birthday?
June 5 of
June?
this year.
Okay.
We've had a good life together, and we're Seventh-day Adventists, and they have a health message in there in the church.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been vegetarians probably for about 70 years.
Wow.
And I think that's one reason why we are as well as we are. I've always baked all our own bread. So we've always had good bread to eat, and we've had lots of vegetables and fruit, all the things that are good for you. Last week I baked 5 loaves of bread.
Wow.
At one time, yeah. So he ground the wheat, and I made the bread last week. So I think that our diet has helped us, and our exercise that we've had. I am still swimming 9 laps in the pool. Now I'm only doing it 3 days a week because I teach on 2. So the exercise has been good for us. Clayton has always been a walker. So when I would go to the Y to swim and exercise, I also took exercise classes, while he would walk. And while I was upstairs exercising, he and his friend would come by and I'd wave to them after they had been walking around.
Mm-hmm.
But the diet, the exercise, and the faith that we have, and I believe also very highly that the one day of rest is very important. So we have always rested that one day, being that we belong to the church that we do. So. My friends at the Y, everybody is very friendly with everybody, and I love my little ones. I love my little ones. I have 7 in my class this week.
Oh, wow.
And, I and kind of pushing them because I've only got 2 weeks to do it in. And so today was their second day, and I said, "You're going to put your babies under the water today." Oh, that scares them. But anyway, we're motivated to, I guess, because we like the people and we enjoy their friendship.
Absolutely.
And we have our church people that are very good to us too. So we're blessed to be where we are and what we are. And we've made our own life. There's so much around here that you can do. There's snow skiing, there's snowmobiling, there's boating, and we've got the ocean that's not very far from us. And to me, I think this is an ideal community. I'm real thankful that we came here and we stayed. We've had opportunities to move, but we chose to stay, and I like it. We're potato eaters.
Okay.
I like the rootfoots, but I like chard very much.
I have yet to find a dish that I don't like. I enjoy eating.
Of course, we grew up in the Depression, and we were lucky to eat. We ate whatever was set before us. Isn't that right, honey? You couldn't be choosy on your foods. I think, for the main thing, I think they should stay in school. Education is important. And learn to trust people. Now it seems like nobody trusts anybody, and learning to accept life as it is. Kindness.
Yeah, well, thank you for letting me chat with you guys.
Nice talking with you.
It was great. It was great.
I guess we've done something right. We've lived this long.
Yes.